Hello, brothers and sisters of the craft. This is Blue Whisper. Today I feel like I need to speak about respect for our deities and how we are to respect our deities and show respect for our deities. And I firmly believe in showing respect for our gods or goddesses or source. Um, the best way of showing that is showing respect for one another, even if the respect is not being shown to you. Walking away without turning back is sometimes an option that you may need to do in some cases. But to show disrespect to one another only shows how capable you are of disrespecting your deity. And I don't really believe that any of the gods or goddesses, want us to um, harbor the spirit of anger, the spirit of denial, the spirit of hatred, whatever negative spirit that you're harboring or putting out into the universe. Of course, they understand that we are human and we do have human emotions at times. And so, if you're harboring any negative spirits, whether it's anything super negative like anger or another negativity, which would be hurt, if you're harboring that and you're not even, you know, sure if you're supposed to be feeling hurt or not. Maybe you will because you're human and that's the way you look at it. I know when I was younger, especially during certain times of the month, I would feel hurt so easily, even if that was not the intent, in whatever it was that was said to me or whatever. Um, Certainly, when you grow in your spiritual walk, that's something that you learn and you know how to deal with it. I'll just put it that way. You know how to deal with it. Um, when you're a witch, you will look to herbs, making tinctures or um, teas or whatever to relieve those symptoms. And yes, teas and everything can help relieve symptoms of anger, um, all that. And I think that sometimes, people will not always see eye to eye, and we don't always click. And that's okay. Not everybody is meant to click and become best friends. Um, but, you know, choosing your battles and knowing what you are willing to deal with and what you're not willing to deal with, and if you're up for it in a positive way, in a positive solution. Respect also means respecting yourself and your own body. By respecting yourself and your own body, you're also showing your deity respect. Um, if you think that you need to do rituals every day, if you think you need to be a part of a group of people and get together on a regular basis or whatever, and your health is not up to it, I think by forcing yourself to do things because you have the desire to do that, but your body is not up to it, I think that your deities understand and would rather you take care of yourself and be more healthy than worry about the things that you want to do, but start worrying about the things that you should do. And that's respect. That's respect for yourself, self respect, and learning self love. And knowing if you're not up to something, knowing that if you're, I think that if you go to your altar and you just can't function, you can actually become dangerous. By that I mean, if you have fire and candles going, or maybe you have an electric cauldron going and it's plugged in, and you're not up to it, and you're going to end up passing out over because you are sick, fever, or whatever, those things may be forgotten or unattended, and that can cause even more problems. So, self love and self respect are the first in the line of showing your deity respect. It also shows the others that you're around that you respect them. if you're within that group, I'm talking in a physical plane or whatever, and you happen to be sick and there's a possibility you may be contagious, by not going, you're showing them respect that you're not going to infect them with the contagion, such as pink eye or whatever it is. Um, Showing respect to others and thinking and putting others, you know, and their needs before your needs can be a good thing. Because overall, what you are doing is showing respect and absolute love for your brothers and sisters and your deity as well as yourself. You can't expect to get well if you are putting yourself in situations you think you need to be to please. And who is it that you're actually pleasing? If are you doing these things to please another person, other people? If that's the case, um, I will tell you this: you need to take care of what you need for you, because other people will let you down every time. And so you need to trust your instinct and your intuition. If your intuition says, I'm not feeling up to this, listen to your intuition. Get yourself better before, you know, putting yourself in those situations where you're not able to function. And that is showing respect to your deity, showing respect to yourself and others as well. Another way of showing respect to your deity is not just only to take care of yourself and to take care of others, but be aware that when you're talking to others, you need to treat them just like as if they are, a god or a goddess. And if you find it hard to be around somebody like that, then instead of showing disrespect by being argumentative, pointing out their flaws, then you need to turn inwards and look at your own flaws. Because maybe that is your flaws, pointing out other people's problems. Um, if you're doing that, you're not showing respect to yourself. You're not showing respect to your deity or others. And in my personal opinion, a witch is somebody that is wise. Um, After all, the very word witch is wise woman in ancient times. And if you're going to be a wise woman, you need to act accordingly. And sometimes that means self control. That means controlling your tongue and the things that you're doing in the physical plane. The only person that can control you is you. So I'm hoping that all my brothers and sisters will acknowledge this is true. And I put it out there in perfect love. And I wish perfect love, perfect light, and perfect harmony for everyone. Blessed be.